As the company Moderna works on a coronavirus vaccine, the CEO and some other executives made millions selling stock in the wake of the company's announcement of positive results from trials of its coronavirus vaccine. The biotech company disclosed in a securities filing its CEO was among the company executives who had sold shares in the days following its announcement of positive vaccine results, which caused Moderna's stock to soar. There is no allegation of insider trading connected to the stock sales. A Moderna spokesperson said in a statement to CBS MoneyWatch that the executives' stock sales were pre-planned before the announcement and declined to disclose any further details. I want to bring in Stephen Gandel. He is CBS News MoneyWatch senior reporter and has been reporting on this story. Welcome, Stephen. So is there anything illegal at all here, or is it more just about the optics of selling stock just after announcing positive results?
There's nothing illegal here, but I think it is more than the optics. The issue is whether Moderna timed the early release of its results to benefit the company and its executives, right? When Moderna, if you remember 2 weeks ago, when Moderna released the results, people were scratching their heads. They're like, whoa, why did they release these results so early? They're preliminary. They haven't been peer tested. The government organization that Moderna is working with hasn't released the results independently. And then it turns out that the company's executives had stock sales plans, and those stock sales benefited from that early release of the data. That's going to raise questions. I mean, it's raising questions.
So SEC Chairman, sorry to interrupt, but SEC Chairman Jay Clayton has warned executives against selling on coronavirus news. Why is that?
Right. Well, so what Chief said, there's no insider trading here. They traded after this news was public. But what Jay Clayton has said, and he didn't say this specifically about Moderna, but he said it after the Moderna news came out, that companies should practice what he calls good corporate hygiene. Right. So what Clayton is worried about, what the SEC is worried about, is the appearance of unfairness, right? The integrity of the stock market. And if the stock market appears unfair, then that's going to cause trouble for companies who want to raise money in the future to fund innovation. And that's something the SEC doesn't want. And so that's why Clayton is putting out that warning that say, hey, executives, please behave not just to the legal standard, but to a fairness standard.
Right. You know, you can also make the argument, like, even if there's nothing illegal going on here, it's not in your best interest to sell this stock just to make, you know, a profit, which may or may not be significant just because of the optics, even if it were just about the optics.
Right. So the process that the government's going, the process that the public's going with Moderna has a lot of trust in it, right? Most companies don't make it through these three stages, and they're saying, hey, stick with us. That's why that's another reason why they could have put these results out, to say, hey, listen, we want people to know that maybe we're close to something, or maybe we're onto something here. But there's a lot of trust involved. So when Moderna does things like this, that they sell on the news, when they've released only kind of the partial trials, the unvetted information, it hurts some of their credibility. And that's, again, integral to this process of getting us through this vaccine and keeping the public, keeping the public informed of how things are going.
So, Stephen, overall, as these biotech companies continue to search for a coronavirus vaccine, and we know it's a little bit of a race, right? What is the market impact going to be?
It's going to be very choppy and very volatile and, frankly, treacherous for investors. You know, Moderna's stock has fallen this week pretty considerably, not because of any bad news that they've had, but because another company, Novavax, they've said they too are in trials with their vaccine. And so Moderna's got competition. An MIT professor that I talked to, who's a finance professor and expert on bubbles and markets, he said, yes, you know, we are likely to have in this period, because there's some excitement around this technology, we're likely to have advances in technology that not just lead to a coronavirus vaccine, but hopefully advances that lead to lots of better things down the road. But at the same time, you're going to have companies that are built up on hype that end up crashing and burning.
All right. Well, Stephen Gandel of MoneyWatch, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.